Coughlin. I am the owner at Sacred Space Yoga Studio at 15 Courtland in downtown Statesboro. You can find us on the web at sacredspaceyogi.com, or you can click on the link above to subscribe. It'll be in the description if you're on a mobile device. Feel free to share with your friends on social media if you have found this helpful. Today we're going to continue to address the question of who should and should not be doing yoga. We've addressed why Christians or should Christians do yoga, men, pregnant women, and today we're going to be addressing children and children of different abilities. Now we'll dive right in. Children are energetic creatures. Their bodies are made for movement. I have lots of parents that come to my classes, they feel great, they love yoga, they want to bring me their children. And I have to make one big disclaimer. This is not your mama's yoga. Children learn differently, they absorb differently, and so we use lots of different things in their classes. We use books, art, music, partner work, so that they can better understand, absorb, integrate movement, breath work, body awareness, and all of those things that yoga can bring to a child's practice. Now, we're still working with movement, we're still working with asana, we're still working with all of those concepts that an adult yoga class would have. We're just doing it in an environment that is conducive to children. So they're still going to learn to move, they're still going to learn the postures, they're still going to learn to regulate their breath, they're going to learn how to use movement and be mindful in their body. They're just going to do it in a different way. Now, yoga is the same. The methods are different. Now, coming about the question about what about children with different abilities? And I think this is wonderful because this is a way in which yoga can meet the needs of yet another population. Now, a child that has sensory difficulties can use the things that they learn in yoga to maybe find a coping skill. A child that has a muscular disorder can learn how to better incorporate muscular engagement so that they can have a better quality of life. A child that has autism or ADHD, those type of disorders or impairments, however you want to look at it, they can use the breathing techniques, the self-regulation techniques to ease out of a tantrum, to regulate themselves, to calm themselves down. I see this in my own child. My son has been diagnosed with ODD and ADHD, and he has temper flare-ups to where he goes from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat. Now, recently he had one of those situations that really causes him to jump that spectrum, and I fully expected him to do that. But we've been working with the breathing and with the yoga and with those self-regulating and coping techniques. And instead, he clasped his hands, he sat down, and he began to breathe. And he looked at me and he said, "Mom, please don't speak to me until I am done breathing and feel better." So he used those things that he had learned by recognizing what was happening in his body, by recognizing what he needed to do to reverse the effects of that, by self-regulating and bringing himself down and using the breath to do all of that. Now we can teach these children to do all of that, to better engage their bodies, to better engage their sensory systems, to better engage all of those areas. And the coolest thing about it is that they don't realize that they're doing. They're listening to music, they're moving around, they're playing, they know they're doing that. They don't realize the ramifications or the implications or the underlying things that they're doing while they're doing all that work. They don't realize they're working, they just know they're enjoying what they're doing. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to give these children different tools that they can put in their toolbox so that when they're out and about in everyday situations, they can make that connection almost without realizing it. They can make that connection, pick out a tool out of their toolbox, and bring themselves back. Things like self-regulation, things like breathing, things like muscle engagement, proper alignment, better posture. All of those things can be accomplished through the practice of yoga. And this topic of different abilities and bringing yoga to different abilities is very near and dear to my heart. Obviously, my own child is affected by it. And so we have created a program to where children can attend a summer camp. And we have been blessed to receive funding through Easter Seals. So anyone that would qualify for this would be able to attend for free. It'll be Fridays in July. It'll be an hour long, and we'll be targeting children that are on wheels, so that either have a wheelchair or a walker or any other type of aid in their mobility, and also children that have different specialties. So if you think your child qualifies, or if you know of a child that qualifies, please send them our way. The Therapy Spot is one of our sponsors as well. You can come by the studio or check us out online or on the Facebook page. We would love to be able to serve the needs of our community. It is something that I really look forward to, working with these children and helping them help themselves. So this is Angel Coughlin. I hope I've answered your question, and I look forward to seeing all those beautiful little faces for summer camp this summer. Blessings and namaste.